we start, can you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hi, I'm Cate Friesen. My work is driven by connection and engagement. I'm passionate about making connections, and I've learned and I've seen that when people can connect with each other, we can make bigger things happen. And yeah, so that means that the work I do often involves story, but it always involves a sense of gathering and finding new and interesting ways to connect with each other.
Awesome. We're chatting about the workshop that we have coming up called Building Connection and Community One Zoom Room at a Time. Can you tell us a little bit about that workshop?
So like everybody else, when the pandemic started, well, first of all, I lost all my work. And then as people realized that this wasn't going to be a short period of waiting it out before we could gather again, I got requests for work, and people were like, can you do your workshops on Zoom? Can we meet in another way? So it was a big learning curve, as many people know, to learn how to gather well online. And as year one went by, and year two went by, I realized from hearing other people that, that it was still a need to be able to figure out how to do it in a meaningful way that invited participation and actually gave space to people. And we're still meeting on Zoom for so many different ways, or Zoom, or whether it's Teams or Zoom, we're meeting online for so many different reasons. It's not always for workshops. It's often for weekly staff meetings, because the staff is now too big for the meeting room. A lot of collaboration and planning gets done this way. So it's something that we can continually all get better at. And I keep shifting to how to work things out. And so I wanted to, in discussion with Volunteer Manitoba and looking at the needs in the community, this seemed like a really great workshop to present. And it's not my first time I'm presenting it. And I've presented it in various ways to various organizations. And I keep retuning it as, as things shift. Yeah.
So what will attendees take away from the workshop?
If you come to this workshop, you will get some new tips and tools. And everybody needs some of those. So some of this will be done by exchanging with each other. And I will offer up 5 different ways to increase your engagement and connection. And then for some people, from my experience from running this before, it's really to get a sense of, oh, it is possible to have deeper discussions, to have meaningful participation, to laugh, to get out of your square and come back in and do something fun sometimes. But that leads to more of a sense of connection. It's great to be together in person, but we just can't always be together in person.
So why is this particular workshop important for nonprofit professionals specifically? Because this is for people that work or volunteer in the nonprofit sector. So why is it important for them to attend?
I think the nonprofit sector, like any other sector right now, is facing the same things. Someone gets sick and they can't come in, you have to shift things over to Zoom. We're still doing the planning, collaboration, fundraising, all the community outreach, all those things. And as pandemic goes through different waves, it could be that 50% of the time you're meeting in person, or 70% of the time, or 30%, but we still all need the skills. And the nonprofit sector, which is a lot of my clientele, everyone feels stretched. So being able to offer something that's not going to take a long time, it's a half-day workshop, and that gives you a few things to bring some energy to it, I think is something that we all need. Yeah,
no, definitely. So if you were to give one piece of advice to someone that is engaging online virtually, like a meeting, or they're doing outreach or a presentation, what is one piece of advice that you would give that facilitator or that engager?
Something that I practice all the time, whether I'm leading a gathering online or in person, is actually revisiting for myself, why are we meeting in the first place? What is the reason that we're gathering? and what am I hoping will come out of it? And to come up with a real purpose. What Priya Parker, who's like the queen of gathering, she wrote a book called The Art of Gathering, would say purpose is your bouncer. And what she means by that is that when you really strongly know why you're meeting, then you'll know who needs to be there, and you'll know what the meeting content should be, and will be better able to plan. So it's my very first tip is know the reason why you're getting together, and it will help everybody to focus.
Yeah. So that happens way before even you're sitting in the Zoom room or in front of everyone. This happens
That's right.
way beforehand. So this tip is before you even start that Zoom room. Why are we meeting? What's the purpose? Who needs to be there for that reason? And then we can ground ourselves in that.
Yeah, you need to know that before you invite people, actually. It's better.
Yeah. Definitely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cate, for meeting with me today over Zoom. And I hope to see everyone on February 16th. You can find all that information on the workshop and on how to register on volunteermanitoba.ca or on our website, or you can click the link in the bio to learn more.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see you.
Yeah, it was really nice to see you too.